People, what's going on? It's the Kitty G on EGTV, and we're back again with another video. I know we already did one earlier where we were discussing the Chelsea game with Jem and talking about everything with Chelsea and Arsenal. But today we are back with two videos and possibly a third one after the Chelsea game, but that's going to be tomorrow, basically Sunday morning. But yeah, there's been some new revelations that we need to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. There's some stuff going around. Arsenal rumors coming around with Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal. We need to talk about this. There's also some stuff going around with Bukayo Saka possibly getting offered a new contract extension. Yes, reportedly Arsenal have offered Bukayo Saka a new contract extension. Yes, Bukayo Saka getting offered a new contract extension, supposedly. We will talk about that. The mysterious transfer target, could it be Jarrod Bowen? Could it be Cody Gakpo? We're going to get into that. And plus, we'll just talk, we'll round it off by talking about the Chelsea game. We're just going to go for about just over half an hour. Thank you everyone for joining us. If you've gotten this far so far in the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Your boy's trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before the new season. It's literally around the corner, so it'd be great to get there if we can. Also, if you can leave a like on the video, it definitely helps the algorithms. And also, most importantly, if you're watching on the playback, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Jarrod Bowen. Let me know what you think about the possible transfer targets that we're currently still going for. And just what do you rate Arsenal's window so far out of 10? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We got 34 of you guys in the chat already, 37 of you guys in the chat already. Let's just get straight into the fun, talking about Jarrod Bowen and the potential transfer that could be. Now, I'm just going to start off by saying this is not the first time we heard about Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal. This does have some legs to it. So people who are saying it's fake news, it's not fake news, because we have this is not the first time we've heard Jarrod Bowen, his name with Arsenal or linked with Arsenal in the past. We've heard of this numerous times now. So let's get straight into what we have seen today. This is the report that's come out today. I'm just going to share my screen, and big up to everyone in the chat. I can already see some of you guys in the chat. Are you serious about Bowen? It does look like the club is serious about Bowen. Bowen would be a top signing for Arsenal. It would mean we'd be in business, getting another player from within London, already playing in the Premier League. We were after Rafinha. Now we look like we're after Jarrod Bowen. It does look like we mean business. Would you take this deal? It ain't gonna happen. Some people are saying the deal's not gonna happen. Some people being skeptical. Some people saying, you know what, I think Bowen would be worth around 50 million or more. Potentially, that's potentially how much it would cost. So today's question in the poll is: would you take Jarrod Bowen, deal or no deal? Depending on how much they think it would cost. That is the question that I'm going to ask you guys. So let's get straight into the rumor. So as you guys can see here, Arsenal have reportedly met with West Ham's Jarrod Bowen representative. Arsenal have met with West Ham wingers Jarrod Bowen's representatives. Arsenal have a meeting. Arsenal have a meeting with West Ham's Jarrod Bowen representatives next week. The mysterious winger target is not just one man list. Arsenal are exploring options, and this won't be the first time Arsenal have met with Jarrod Bowen's camp. That is a fact, people. That is a fact. If you don't know, Arsenal have already met with Jarrod Bowen's camp once previously before, and we're gonna look at all that plus more. But this is just the raw reaction. People saying, "Ew, Jarrod Bowen, hell no." I get it. Some people saying it's not happening. Some people are very skeptical. Not reported by Romano or Ornstein. This Bowen. Guys, let's be honest. Not everything is broken by Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. They kind of just co-sign some of the deals, some of the big deals that are potentially going to happen. So of course there are people who are going to be skeptical until we see that report happening. Do you guys think it's going to happen or it's not going to happen? Fake news, real news? Let me know in the chat right now what you guys think, if this is fake news or real news. Now, just to show you guys this was June 1st, 2019. Arsenal prepared a £12 million bid to Hull to try to get Jarrod Bowen. So we were in for Bowen before, and reports coming out that Jarrod. Let me see. Where is this thing about Jarrod Bowen in the past? There was something I seen about Jarrod Bowen in the past, but Babs tweeted this out, right? Babs tweeted this out earlier today, and this source then tweeted out, it ain't just one man list. So it's not just a one man list, ladies and gentlemen. There is more targets than just that one target. But at this moment in time, this is what the reports are saying. Arsenal have met with West Ham wingers, or have a meeting planned with West Ham winger Jarrod Bowen's team. Now, I'm just gonna find you guys the old tweets of Jarrod Bowen links in the past, because it's not the first time we're linked to him. Some people saying I like Jarrod Bowen. So many people being negative about him. Let me know what you guys think about Jarrod Bowen as a potential target for Arsenal. Would you be on board with the Jarrod Bowen transfer potentially, or do you think it's a bad move? Depending on how much he would cost, we'd have to wait and see. I don't know how much he would cost. Let me know. Put thumbs up or thumbs down, and put an emoji in the chat. Let me know what you guys think of this potential move. Now, if you guys remember, there was the podcast, the Beautiful Game podcast, broke this a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, the Beautiful Game podcast were speaking about Arsenal opening talks with Jarrod Bowen's representatives over a potential move. Bowen is featured on the club's list of transfer targets, which is including Rafinha. This was a time where we were heavily linked to Rafinha, and they were one of the people who were speaking about Jarrod Bowen in the first place. Remember, just when a couple weeks ago, when we were linked to Rafinha, this seems like a decade ago, but it was so long ago. Literally, just when was this? At the beginning of the month? No, beginning of last month, we were linked to Jarrod Bowen and Rafinha. So there is some legs to this story. I don't think it's just absolutely something that we can throw away and just say, you know what, it's not happening. This is that. I think there is some truth behind it. I think there is some level of truth behind everything. And how much West Ham would want for the player, that is something we'd have to see for another day, because I don't know how much West Ham would want. West Ham probably would want a lot of money for Jarrod Bowen. But yeah, Jarrod Bowen, this is the rumors coming out right now with for Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal, potentially Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal. How much would he cost? How much do you think it would cost us for Jarrod Bowen to come to Arsenal? I don't know. I don't know. Now, Jarrod Bowen, if you look at his underlining passing numbers, he's not somebody who is the most. He doesn't complete the most passes. He's not the most progressive passer. He doesn't carry the ball the most. But what he does is, in the final third, he's very efficient. He's somebody who's very efficient in the final third. Someone who scores a lot of goals, gets a lot of assists. And in that West Ham side, he was coming strength to strength. He's Premier League proven. Some people saying Bowen would be a great signing for you. If they ask too much, then no. How much would Bowen cost? How much do you guys think Bowen would cost in today's market? Let's see. Bowen to Arsenal. I'm seeing some reports, but the main thing is Arsenal have made contact with his representatives over a potential transfer move. And this is not the first time. This is now the second time that we're hearing this rumor coming out. Now, I know Bowen to Newcastle was linked. He was linked to Newcastle. I don't remember how much reportedly the Newcastle wanted, but there was a rumor of him going to Newcastle. I don't know how much he would cost in today's market. How much do you think Jarrod Bowen might cost in today's market? Because Transfermarkt has his value at around 37.8 million. I don't know if that would be enough. Obviously, he's worth way more than 40 million, and especially to West Ham, a team that was competing in the Europa League and in the Premier League last season on two competitions. I don't know if that would happen. People saying Tielemans plus Bowen, killer combo. It would be great if you can get both of them. It would be great. People talking about Gakpo. We're going to talk about Gakpo in a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. But just let me know what you guys think about the Jarrod Bowen news. I don't know what to think about the news, guys. I don't know what to think about it. I spoke to some of my buddies that are West Ham fans, and their take on the whole situation was, this is a terrible source. He isn't going anywhere. It will be a Champions League level club before he leaves. That is what the West Ham fans I know spoke about. And then when challenged on his opinion, saying if we give him stupid money, he would take it. He says, I just can't see him pushing to go to Arsenal. If we don't want to sell, he won't leave. That's what the West Ham fans that I've spoken to said. So they're very skeptical over the potential signing, and they question if it would actually be possible. Guys, we have 70 people in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Oh, just close to 30 likes right now. Do me a favor and let me know what you guys think. Right now, we have about 69 votes. 58 of you guys are saying deal. 42% of you guys are saying no deal. So at this moment in time, the no deals are definitely in the majority. What is his contract situation? Let's find out. What is Jarrod Bowen's contract situation at this moment in time? Let me just show you guys Jarrod Bowen's numbers though first. In the Premier League, this is a man who is putting up numbers for West Ham over the last couple of days. And when I say numbers, I mean goals and assists. I don't mean underlining statistics. His underlining statistics might not look as good when you actually look at his passing completion. And as I mentioned already, his other numbers. But in the final third, he's very efficient. He's in one of the top percentiles when it comes to efficiency in the final third. Last season, he got 10 plus goals, 10 plus assists with 12 goals, 10 assists. And in the Europa League, he contributed to 3 goals and 1 assist right there also. In his time in Hull, he was putting up ridiculous numbers at Hull City in the Championship. That's what got him his move to the Premier League. And just last season, he was also having a breakthrough season where he got 8 goals and 5 assists. Would he move to Arsenal in a year where he's trying to break into the team? I don't know. He's trying to break into the England team. Would he move? And he's played predominantly in his career, as you guys can see, he's played predominantly on the right-hand side, but he is versatile. He can play on the left, but he prefers to play on the right. This is another player who is under contract he's under contract until 2025. So there's about 2 years left, 3 years left on his deal, basically. If you include it, actually, it's summer of 2025. So basically 2 full seasons. So 2 full seasons remaining on his contract at this moment in time. I don't believe this transfer value at all. I don't believe that at all. The player profile, as you guys know, you guys should already know, he's a left-footed winger on the right-hand side. This would be another left-footed player coming to Arsenal. If this deal would happen, I don't know. I kind of doubt that it would happen at this moment in time, but there is some truth behind it. There are some legs. Big up people. Keenan saying, I love Bowen. I would rather see us going for a left winger to give Martinelli competition. Vieira could provide Saka with cover on the right wing. That is true. And we still have Nicolas Pepe. Until we get rid of Pepe, we're going to have to see. Big up Iga. Keep up the easy vibes. Big up to you, Chris. Really do appreciate it. More like 80 million. 80 million people are saying he would cost. How much do you think Jarrod Bowen would cost? How much do you think Jarrod Bowen would cost if West Ham, some people saying 45 mil, some people saying West Ham value Declan Rice at 150 mil. So how much would Bowen cost? God knows. Bowen's still under 2 years left on his deal. After this, going into the season, he has 2 years remaining on his deal. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Ben White got more looks at England and he made his move to Arsenal. That is true. We're going to have to see. People saying 55 to 60 million pounds, obviously add-ons extra. Definitely. So there is a lot going on right now. We're waiting for more confirmation in regards to see if the Bowen stuff is true at all. I don't think Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal is going to go away. I think this is something that's going to be sticking around for the next couple of days, to say the least. To me, it's a thing where it's like, we were interested in the player back in 2019. We were interested in the player early in the window when we were speaking about Rafinha. So with Leroy Sané also being a possibility, I would prefer Leroy Sané over Jarrod Bowen. But you can't lie. The player is Premier League proven, and he would improve us. We just don't have enough goals in the team right now. And this is a player who specializes in finishing in the final third. He's one of those guys who finishes his chances when he gets a chance, and he's effective in the final third at either getting the assist or getting the goal. His decision making is really good. His finishing is really good, and overall creation. And a guy who plays throughout the 90 minutes. He's not one of those guys who's going to be amazing throughout the 90 minutes, guys. He's gonna pop up for a goal or pop up for an assist within the 90 minutes, and you're just going to be like, wow, where did that come from? But he's not one of those guys who's going to be running the game from beginning to end, just like a Bukayo Saka would, for example. But yeah, talking about Bukayo Saka, we need to get on to Bukayo Saka. What's going on with Bukayo Saka's contract situation, guys? Because we need to figure this out. Personally, I am of the ilk that Bukayo Saka should be getting a new contract very soon. Hopefully, he is getting a contract very soon. And about a couple minutes ago, I seen a report coming out. Yes, here it is. Here it is. A report came out from Sports Bible earlier saying Arsenal uh, have made a new contract extension offer to Bukayo Saka, as according to reports. Yes, as according to reports, Bukayo Saka has been offered a new contract. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is great news. People saying no to Bowen might cost around 50 million. Hi from South Africa. Shout out to the people in South Africa. Big up to you guys always. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. It really helps out the channel a lot. Your boy's trying to get to 15,000 subscribers before the season starts, and stay locked in for all the content that we'll be providing on EGTV. Some people saying sell Mari, sell Tavares, Runnerson, Bellerin, Pepe, Reece Nelson, Leno, loan out Tavares and Balogun, then Bowen and Milinkovic Savic. Okay. I'm hearing I heard 150K a week. Yeah, that's what the reports are saying, my friend. The reports are saying Bukayo Saka has been offered a new contract, and the reports are saying that Bukayo Saka's new contract offer could be around 150K per week. Reports coming out that Arsenal are accelerating talks with Bukayo Saka as interest from Manchester City looms. We're currently looking to double his wages. If we were to double his wages, he'd be on around 70K per week, but we might be looking to quadruple his wages and give him closer to 150 million. He's currently on around 33, or if I'm not mistaken, 33K per week. And this is our best player last season. Let's not lie to ourselves. Bukayo Saka was our best player last season. He's seeing all these other guys come in. He's seeing us do transfer business like Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, bring in Marquinhos and Matt Turner this window. And he might be saying to himself, we're showing a little bit more ambition than we have been showing over the past couple of years. I'm not saying that those players themselves are the most ambitious signings, but at the same time, we are looking to make moves. And Bukayo Saka is a big part of this Arsenal team. We need to get him tied down to a new deal as soon as we can. If we can get him tied down to a new deal, that would be great. He's currently on 70K. Who's currently on 70K? Jarrod Bowen? Yes, he would be doubling his wages on 70K. Yeah, that's the report. Arsenal have formally offered. Let me show you guys what Arsenal have offered him, because this is the reports coming out from Sports Bible. I'm just going to show you guys what the reports are saying. This is what the reports are saying. Reports are saying the Gunners have now formally offered Bukayo Saka a contract extension at least worth double his current wages at 70K per week. It is yet to be seen if the winger will respond to the offer. However, there is confidence within Arsenal that a deal can get done to secure Bukayo Saka's future. This is a key part, ladies and gentlemen. This is very key and crucial part of our development. We cannot afford to lose our best players. We need to hold on to the likes of Bukayo Saka, the likes of Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, and Thomas Partey and co. Some of the players that could be the cornerstone of this team for the next 5 to 6 years need to be staying at the club, and we need to have them secured. We cannot afford to lose these guys, because if we start losing our best players at this time, it's curtains for the rest of it's curtains for us. If we start losing players at this early in our development, we could struggle to get back to where we need to get to. So that's why it is integral that we give Bukayo Saka a new deal. If it even means we have to give him over 100K, I would be saying, you know what, the club needs to get it done, because Bukayo Saka is that important. And when talking about Jarrod Bowen, if we get rid of Bukayo Saka and we bring in Jarrod Bowen, we haven't really gotten any better. We're still in the same position, because if we were to hypothetically sell Bukayo Saka and bring in Jarrod Bowen, we haven't gotten better. We've actually gotten worse, because the whole reason to bring in more players is to bring in more squad depth, bring in more players challenging themselves, and to improve the whole quality of the team. If we were to bring in Jarrod Bowen, Bukayo Saka would move to the left. We now would have a more lethal attack. Where if we were to sell Bukayo Saka or not give him a new contract and lose him in a year's time, we are messing ourselves up in the long run. Personally, I think it's the number one priority to get Bukayo Saka a new contract and William Saliba a new contract before the new season starts, because when these guys start performing to the level that I know that they can perform to, we might be losing them on a free, or we might potentially lose them to big fishes when they come in next season. So it is essential that we get William Saliba and Bukayo Saka down and signed to a new contract, because reports came out just yesterday that Saliba has also agreed a new contract. William Saliba has also apparently agreed a new contract. I think it was Freddie Paxton who was speaking about William Saliba yesterday. I think the William Saliba stuff is going to happen. Saliba would be smart to secure future with Arsenal, because we have potentially the opportunity to give him the most to show himself. And in a few years' time, if he was to want to leave, we would still be able to sell him for a hefty price. And I think he would be interested in staying at Arsenal for now. But we have to wait and see what happens, because all these players, we have all these young quality players who, if they were on the open market and they were going to another club, they would be going for a ridiculous fee. But yeah, as I said, Bukayo Saka 70K. Saliba, on the other hand, we don't know how much. We haven't heard how much, but I did a video on this yesterday. I spoke about this yesterday, so let me just show you guys quickly what Freddie Paxton said in his report. Freddie Paxton, in his reporting on the Saliba news, he said it is understand that Saliba has already agreed a new deal to extend his Arsenal contract after positive talks before the US tour. Arsenal are pleased with the development and seen as an important part of the future. No words on when it's officially announced, but is expected. So these are positive things, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very positive things. Very positive things that I'm loving and I'm hearing. So it's good news. Good news all around with the stuff around Bukayo Saka. The good news around the stuff around getting another winger in. And now it's time to discuss the potential signing of Cody Gakpo. Yes, Cody Gakpo. If you guys don't know, he's another one that we have on our list. Supposedly, he's another one of those guys. He's one of those mystery transfer targets from Edu. Supposedly, another one of those mystery transfer targets. We don't know who these mystery transfer targets are. All we know is that there are mystery transfer targets, and Cody Gakpo could be one of them. Yes, Cody Gakpo has been linked to us. The PSV forward, it has announced that he most likely will be leaving PSV, and Arsenal have reportedly met with his agents, and these are some of the reports that have come out in the last, I would say, 24 48 hours. So you have yesterday, Arsenal interested in Cody Gakpo, preparing a bid for him, with both clubs discussing in the last few days. So that's one report coming out. Another report is he has interest to many clubs, and PSV does not want to sell at the moment. They're in the UCL qualifying rounds. So it is potential that they might keep him also as much as sell him, because there are rumors that they want to sell him and he might want a new challenge. And there's also rumors that they might want to keep him. And this is coming from the same person. So this is a PSV watcher and a journalist for PSV. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on there. There's also another rumor here. Cody Gakpo could offer Arsenal the flexibility, because he does also play as a striker. Would Cody Gakpo be a good signing for Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think Cody Gakpo would be a good signing for Arsenal? Would you want to see Cody Gakpo? Cody Gakpo, people are saying, is better than Martinelli. Might be sitting around 120K. That might be a decent wage for a thing. It's Cody Gakpo or Bowen. We're taking the Premier League proven, says my guy Mustafa here. I agree. If it's between Cody Gakpo and Bowen, you have to look at the price though also. If the price is not reasonable, then it might not be worth going for the more expensive deal just for the sake of going for the more expensive deal, because it is going to be a more expensive deal. It's going to cost a lot more money, and we're going to have to see how much it's going to cost us. Definitely going to cost us a lot more than we think. But yeah, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to wait and see where we go from and how it's going to work out. But yeah, at this moment in time, I think Cody Gakpo would be a good move for Arsenal. But if we can get a player that's Premier League proven, that costs similar amount of money or even less in a Jarrod Bowen, then I would potentially take it. But right now, he is a left winger. He is somebody who would play on that left wing spot, and he can play as a striker. So we have to think about it. We have to think about it. Bowen would be a risk-free transfer. There you go. Premier League proven, risk-free transfers. You know what? Every transfer has a level of risk. Don't forget, every transfer has a level of risk. There's been big money moves in the past. Like, if you guys remember Benteke, when he left Aston Villa to go to Liverpool, they thought it was going to be a big deal. They thought he was going to work out perfectly fine. Didn't really work out that way. You have a lot of transfers that have gone from certain clubs to other clubs and haven't worked out as well. in the past. Look at was it Everton who sold Lukaku to Manchester United? That didn't work out so well. So there are transfers that have happened in the past and did not happen. Did Fabrizio Romano confirm Bowen? Let's see. Let's see if Fabrizio Romano spoke about Bowen. Let's see if he spoke about Bowen. I don't think he has. I don't think he has spoken about Bowen. But we'll wait and see. Let's see if Fabrizio Romano spoken about Bowen. I'm looking at it. I don't see any. I'm searching his old tweets to see if he ever mentioned Bowen in a tweet. Doesn't look like Fabrizio Romano has confirmed anything yet. So no tier one of tier one has yet confirmed the deal. No tier one of tier one have yet confirmed anything. This is at this moment in time. It's just coming from. It's a rumor. It's not the strongest of rumors either. So we're going to have to wait and see. Also, there is other things that we need to talk about, but of course the main thing today is the Jarrod Bowen thing. Do you guys think it's going to happen? Could you see Jarrod Bowen in an Arsenal kit? Could you see Jarrod Bowen in an Arsenal kit? Do you think we will see Jarrod Bowen in an Arsenal kit, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think we will see Jarrod Bowen in an Arsenal kit? The rumor is that Arsenal have met with his agent. So until it progresses to a point where, let me tell you guys something. Until it progresses to a point where they know that it's very high likely possibility that Arsenal are serious about this transfer and they have spoken to his representatives and they get confirmation from either the representatives team or the club. These top journalists don't ruin their credibility. They don't put stuff out there that they know is very unlikely to happen. So at this moment in time, I do think it's very unlikely for this deal to happen. But at the same time, I would say that this deal has legs because it's not the first time we've been hearing Arsenal linked to Jarrod Bowen. Arsenal and Jarrod Bowen we've been linked to him now twice, as I showed you guys the earlier article from back in mid-June. For June 11th, actually, we were linked to him. It was the what podcast was it? The Beautiful Game podcast. They were the ones that first broke Jarrod Bowen to Arsenal potentially being a thing. So we gotta just keep our eyes and ears out for more news on this. If more comes from it, it would be nice. If nothing comes from it and it gets buried in a couple of weeks, we'll know that this deal didn't have that much going on in the first place. This deal didn't have that many legs in the first place, if that's the case, right? Now, Mikel Arteta did speak about expenditures and backing the Kroenkes and this is that. Now, Arteta doesn't put his neck on the line for the Kroenkes too often, but he did on this occasion. On this occasion, he spoke about the Kroenkes guys, and he said he basically put out there that he backs the Kroenkes because they back him. The Kroenkes do back Arteta. We can't lie. So this is what was said on Arsenal's expenditures. If you look at how other teams have done it, where we are, there is a transition moment where that's the curve has changed at some stage, right? Looking at where we are investing money, we made big investments, but the investments for the future and huge talents, a lot of potential, a lot of performances, possibility in the future. We have a squad that can sustain, be financed by itself, and that is the objective. So self-sustaining, that's what he's talking about here. He's talking about potentially self-sustaining club. Then he also spoke about, after speaking about the finances, he spoke about the Kroenkes. He said, I think we could have a perspective of what they were. I think it's completely changed. I think it's been shown with facts and acts. I guarantee you they are fully committed, engaged, and really looking forward to taking the club to the top. So Mikel Arteta telling us everything we want to hear about the Kroenkes, saying he fully backs them and he thinks they've changed. This is the thing that really gets me. He's saying, I think it's completely changed. So he's basically saying that the Kroenkes have completely changed, and he's saying with their facts and acts. So Mikel Arteta backing the Kroenkes fully in this moment in time, saying that they have changed and saying, you know what, they're trying to get us the club back to the top. Back to the top of what? Back to the top 4 or back to winning Premier Leagues? Because if we need to win Premier Leagues, we need to continue to invest in the squad to improve the squad. Right now, hypothetically, if they were serious, we could go and get 4 new signings. We can get we already got a left back, so get a central midfielder, get a winger. You can potentially get a right back, and you could potentially get a DM. But at this moment in time, we know that we're not going to get a DM and a right back. What we're going to do is we're going to play with El Neni and Lokonga in the DM role behind Pate, and we're going to play with Cedric and Norton Cuffy behind Tomiyasu. So we're most likely going to just sign a right winger or a left winger, and we're going to sign a central midfielder like a Tillemans or a Lucas Paqueta. But in my opinion, if we were serious, we get 4. If we go into the season with 2 more, it's realistic. So realistically, 2 more signings. If we are ready to break the bank and go mad, go get 4 more signings. But I don't see us getting a right back this window. So I'm just going to be honest. I don't see us going and getting a DM. I'll just be honest. But if we were to get 4 more signings this window, forget about top 4. We're trying to win. We're trying to be competitive in every competition. If we get 4 more signings, if we get 2 more signings, we're just focusing on the league and the Champions League. The league and the Europa League. That's the reality, in my opinion. But hey, that's me speaking to you guys. Me telling you guys my truth. If we were serious and we wanted to win everything in a couple years' time, you go and get a DM. You go and get a right back. You go and say Cedric and Norton Coffey, you guys aren't good enough right now. Improve in Norton Coffey and Cedric out the door. But Arteta views Cedric as a very important leader in this team, and he's going to keep him for another year. So we're gonna be another year before we get another right back. And with El Neni getting a new deal, goes out the window the potential of getting another DM. So you can forget about that. Big up my guys in the chat. Big up my guys. Big up John. I see you guys. We need a playmaker like Savage in the mid with Pate. Can Tillemans be that guy? Because Tillemans is the guy that we're linked to be that guy. Tillemans is that midfielder that we are linked to come in and be that difference maker. That is the reality. That is the reality with the situation. Also, finally, on tonight we are going to be playing. Tonight we are going to be playing. Arsenal are going to be playing a game. Yes, Arsenal will be playing a game tonight. We will be playing against Chelsea in a preseason friendly in America. It's going to be the Florida Cup. This is what they're calling it. This is what they're calling it. They're calling it the Florida Cup. This is just going to be a quick little. It's going to be a quick little game to see how everyone does. But I have a question in conjunction to this Florida Cup that we're going to be playing. My question to you guys is: Chelsea have signed a Man City player. We have signed a Man City player. We have signed Gabriel Jesus. They have signed Raheem Sterling. So my question to you guys is: out of these 2 signings, who potentially do you think will have? Who potentially will be the better signing? Who do you think will be potentially the better signing? Do you think Gabriel Jesus will be the better signing for Arsenal, or Raheem Sterling will be the better signing for Chelsea? Personally, I'm looking at the 2 players and I'm saying to myself, Gabriel Jesus still has a long way to go to improve as a player, and he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. He's still very young, and he can improve and get much better. Raheem Sterling, I feel like at Manchester City, he peaked. And I feel like from here, he could just dip. And he's going into a team that's very known for being bad at improving attackers, very bad at building up attacks, and they struggle to score goals. So if he comes in there, it wouldn't be surprising if he struggled a little bit also, just like all the rest of the Chelsea attackers have struggled over the last couple of years. So that's something to watch out for this calendar year, to see who's the better Man City signing, either Jesus or Raheem Sterling. Now, I know that they were also linked to another striker. I mean, I know we were linked to another striker called Scamacca. If you guys remember Scamacca, we were linked to Scamacca over the last couple of weeks. But guess what? Scamacca seems to have joined West Ham. Yes, Scamacca has joined West Ham. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I gave up on these Scamacca links a while ago. I stopped caring about it because I knew we weren't going to get him. I didn't think he was going to leave and come to the Premier League, but it looks like Scamacca has joined West Ham. Yes, Scamacca will be joining West Ham. This is another player who we were interested in joining another team. Now, no one can come and poke fun at us because clearly we left this transfer. We weren't interested in this transfer anymore. But Scamacca to West Ham is is on. Scamacca to West Ham is on, and they seem to be getting a decent deal. They're agreeing a 36 million euro deal plus 6 million euros in add-ons, and Sassuolo and West Ham have agreed the deal. Scamacca will be joining West Ham, and this is just another Arsenal target that we were after, moving on to a different club. Well, so that's it for today's little short update. Tomorrow is Sunday. I hope I have no program. So first City, then Arsenal. You know what? Tomorrow, guys, it's going to be a busy day for me. I'm going to get a big guest on. Big guest on. If you guys don't know who this guest is, let me show you who I'm going to be getting on. I'm going to be getting somebody who you already know in the Arsenal sphere. You've seen pictures of him. You've seen videos of him. You've seen my man in the Arsenal adverts. You've seen him all around social media. And Austin Mack will be coming on EGTV with Magic Mike from the Arsenal podcast. So I will be having Austin Mack and Magic Mike in the house tomorrow with a special video on EGTV. So look out for that tomorrow on EGTV. If you don't already know, look out for that. On Monday, I'll be having special guest Dan Potts on the channel. So look out for Dan Potts coming on the channel on Monday. And of course, don't forget, Vibes from the 6 will be back tomorrow, as it always is. Vibes from the 6 on Sundays. We'll be back with Vibes from the 6 on Sunday. And tomorrow's Vibes from the 6 will be ranking and rating the top 6 clubs Premier League signings so far this season. But yeah, big up to everybody. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. And if you haven't already hit the like button on the way out, please do hit that like button on the way out. What time has my friend asked? So I'll be having Austin Mack and Magic Mike on from 7:30 to 8:30 to 8:30. Okay, I will have Vibes from the 6 from 10:30 to 11:30 p.m. And I'm going to be doing a match reaction to the game later tonight, maybe around 2-3. Should I do it tonight or should I do it tomorrow morning in like 7 a.m.? I might do it at 7 a.m. depending on what's better for you guys. Let me know what's the best time for you guys to do the match reactions. And also, let me know what guests you guys would want me to get on EGTV. I put a poll question out on the channel. I put a poll question out there to see what guests you guys would want me to get. And some of you guys have given some answers. So we got some people saying Sharky, some people saying reach out to Sharky, some people saying reach out to Fabrizio Romano, some people saying reach out to Ligana, some people saying reach out to Messi. Like I can get Messi. That's not likely, but hey. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'm out of here. Peace.